I sell a niche range of baby health products, mainly in Australia and New Zealand. We are wholesale to pharmacy and baby stores, also on Amazon Australia, and D2C. Last year we did just over 3 million.
Amazing.
And I'd like to be at 5 million in the next year or two. This is what's stopping me. We are growing our small team to get me out of the weeds, and our profit margin is squeezing to 7%.
Okay.
Help. Which one of the Mosey 6 goes first?
Well, it sounds like it's likely a money issue of some kind, right?
Being product-based, yeah.
So how are you currently getting customers?
Well, depending on the channel, right? So the wholesale is the majority.
Okay,
so that's recurring revenue. Those big chain stores, those pharmacies are just ordering every month. That's
and what's
great.
eating up your margin?
With them?
Well, if that's the majority, so what's eating up your margin there?
Yeah, there's a lot of advertising costs, obviously.
To get them?
Yeah, to stay in store and things like that. Yeah, it's probably just having to really look at our pricing model and saying what's going to need to squeeze potentially to try and get that bottom line profit up across all the layers of the cake.
So when you get the wholesalers, have they heard of your brand already?
Yes, very much so, yeah. So we've worked really hard in the last couple of years to build a brand in Australia and put our case forward to these big pharmacy chains and baby chains.
Is that based on content?
Yes, I'd like to think so. Word of mouth and demand and people asking for the product in store. And so we finally got in, which is great. So we're about 1,000 stockists in Australia and New Zealand. So that part's good, and it gives us really good brand leverage because immediately it builds trust. If we're in said store, then we must be peddling some really good widgets, which we are.
So what are you spending? So where are your advertising dollars going?
To across Meta mainly, a little bit of TikTok.
Are you just doing like awareness campaigns, or what are you doing?
A small amount, but conversion campaigns to try and get that D2C direct customer who's paying full tilt retail. Because obviously when you sell wholesale, you've halved your price to sell at a wholesale price.
This is what I'm trying to get into. So let's separate it. So we have wholesale and then we have D2C.
Yeah.
I said, what is driving down the profitability here? And you said advertising, but that's D2C.
Yeah, okay, fair.
So what's driving down the profitability here if that's the primary revenue driver in the business?
Then obviously the layers of the cake, the way we've structured our pricing in that, yeah.
Okay, so
what do we do? Prices up or costs down?
Yeah.
Or a combination of both?
Love it. Solved.
Come and talk to my factory.
No, so let's walk through this though. So you have a waterfall, it sounds like, right, in terms of your pricing model, right? So you say, I'm just making up numbers here, right? But let's say, you order 10 of these and it's, X. If you order, 100 of these, it's X times 0.9. Yeah. You order 1,000 of these and it's X times 0.8. I'm just making it up. But is it something like this?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So where are the majority of your customers ordering at one of the tiers versus another? Or is it all over the place?
This is for our wholesale customers, right?
Since that's the majority of the revenue, I'm just focusing there.
Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood you there. I thought that was more at our factory level if we order a certain amount of stock.
Raw materials.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So we pretty much have a set price for our wholesalers, actually. So it's not essentially based on volume. They just want, if we sell $1 million, if they sell $1 million, they want 10% of that in advertising, back into their pot.
Okay.
So it's a revenue-based model. The more we sell to them, the more they want us to advertise.
Yeah.
So I guess I've just got to look at my core costs along every
you've had
layer.
This, how many years?
12 years.
12 years, okay.
Yeah.
In those 12 years.
Starting as a side hustle, right? So
when did you go pro?
Pardon?
When did you get serious about it?
2019.
Okay, so it's been 7 years.
Sure.
Realistically. In that time period, how many times did you raise your prices?
Of the RRP, a number of times actually. We've gone from 79 and we're now at 109. So it's gone up.
So, well, you are right, which is that we need to raise price and we need to decrease costs. So it is likely a pricing thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to solve the next issue, which is okay, let's say you have this conversation with them.
Yeah.
Are they going to stop wanting to, let's say you raise prices by 10%, right?
Yeah.
Which would more than double your profit.
Okay.
What happens?
Yeah, those little tweaks just, they make such a difference. I get it. Yeah.
No, but I'm asking. So what would happen? So, because I want you to feel good about it. So, like, what would happen?
Yeah. Honestly, the trouble with wholesalers is that we put it into a distributor and they sell it to, thousands of different pharmacies, and we can't control the RRP. And so we have a base price of what we want them to sell it at, and we've got lots of pharmacies undercutting us on our own product.
Yeah.
And selling it at $79 in their store just to make the sale and making 2% profit. And then we're trying to ask our other stores to respect the $110 price point, and that's what we're selling on DC.
How do you enforce MSRP?
110.
No, how do you enforce it? Because in the US, like...
Oh, you can't in Australia. You can't. It's recommended retail only, and you have, good times. Yeah, you haven't got a leg to stand on. As soon as you do a deal with the devil in that, yes, you're getting your product into the hand of a distributor and suddenly you've got 1,000 stockists. Excellent. Yeah. But that completely removes my control over my brand.
Yeah.
And
so I think that then does make sense that you would raise prices because it'll just force them to raise price. Now, again, they will not thin out their margin to losing money. Yeah. Now there's the alternative of maybe they won't stock you.
Yeah.
And that would
be fine. I wish they'd actually stop shredding my price integrity.
Oh, well, then this is much easier. Then just raise the price.
Yeah.
And then the people who stop selling because they don't want to undercut anymore, you kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Okay.
Because think about let's go worst case scenario, because like Armageddon.
Yeah.
So let's say that you raise the price by 10%.
Yeah.
And you lose half your business. I don't think that's likely.
Yeah.
But let's say that it happened. You'd still make more money because it's more than twice the profitability.
Sure.
So and then you'd probably have more control on the D2C side, and then you'd recapture some margin there as well.
Sure. So
you'd actually make more than what you're making now.
Yeah. We've actually made plans, but when I was talking to one of the guys on the call in January, I said between now and when I get there in March, things might have changed. And we've actually, in the last 3 weeks, we've wrangled control back of these rogue distributors, and we've actually taken our product out of the main pharmacy distributor in Australia, which is walking away from, thousands of units of sale. But we've had to look at our model and say, if we don't do this, then we no longer control our product and our pricing. And so I'm kind of in that limbo land right now where I'm going, geez, I hope that was the right decision. Yeah. But if we get control of that pricing model on the wholesale side, then we can put our prices up D2C. And
can I give you something? Just be bold either way.
Okay.
You can make if you stuck with them, you'd make it work, and you tell the story that it was the right call.
Yeah.
And if you say fuck them, and you stick with it, you'll still make it work, and you'll say it was the right call.
All right, amazing. Thank you.
If you're a business owner and you are not growing as fast as you'd like, I'd like to give you a free gift. So my team and I put together the $100 million scaling roadmap, which is basically 200 hours of us looking over all the portfolio companies we've had and what stages of growth they went through, and more importantly, where they got stuck and how they got past it. And so we broke it into these 10 stages, and we made this little kind of quiz thing where if you put in your business information, it'll tell you where you're at, and the most important part for you, what to do for each of the functions of the business across product, marketing, sales, customer success, recruiting, IT, human resources, and finance. And so no matter what you're struggling with, someone else has already struggled with it and solved it. And so I'd like to give you this thing absolutely free. You can go to acquisition.com/roadmap, plug in your business information. And if you want us to actually help you deconstrain the business and you're trying to scale, we'd love to help you out. On the thank you page, you can just book a call with my team, and we will look at the business, see if we can help. And if we can, we'll invite you out to Vegas, and we'll do this in person live.